you mentioned, Alan, that these are both you guys that they are your idols. So how do you feel right now, like not only meeting them for the first time but competing against them?
Surreal. Very surreal. What is happening on Game Freak
What
right now?
Come on. The pandering continues. I think.
What's up, everyone? It's Alan here. It's Alan Farm here again for another story, and this story will be the trilogy for the Webflow Arena Championship story. So buckle up, like and subscribe, watch the previous two videos if you haven't watched them, and now let's hear about the last story. So Alan, what happened? Did you win? Did you actually defeat Joseph Barry and Melissa and get the third prize? No. Okay, click button done. Videos end. Goodbye. But yeah, so basically, right? Okay, how did we lose? To be fair, right, coming into this match, if you watch my previous video, you know that this match is basically Aaron versus Titan or David versus Goliath for the millennials. But basically, yeah, like we were fighting against like Joseph Barry and Melissa, and they are like two of the most prolific names in the website design and development industry. So yeah, we know, like Dang and I, we know that okay, we're not gonna win this for sure. So might as well try our best. So at least we can win the people's vote, At least we got that going. But yeah, so the strategy okay, at this point you might ask, okay, what did you guys come up? Like what kind of plan did you guys come up to battle against Joseph Barry and Melissa? You gotta have like some sort of plan, right? No, there wasn't any plan, because right, you have to think about this. Like I had deadlines. Well, I still have deadlines. Dang was also chasing another deadlines as well. So because of that, we didn't have any time to prepare anything for the competitions. Not only that, typically the competitions occur like on Thursday every week. But this time, for some reason, it occurred on a Tuesday, meaning we have 2 days less to prepare anything. Okay, so on the day of the competitions, Tuesday, we met up. We had a Google Meet.
I'm so fed up with this babysitting you.
We just went on Figma, tried to come up with anything that we can come up with. And of course, yes, we did learn our lesson. We will try to do less compared to the previous match we did, where we just try to do too many things, and it ends up like, yeah, it's a wide ocean but as deep as a puddle. So for this match, we try to do something a bit more detail. I think that's the word. More detail, more elegant, and more purpose. I think that's the word I'm gonna use. More purpose. And this time, I told them like, dang, I have been presenting the last two matches. So this time, I want you to present. Of course, I will like open up just to get everyone excited. But then in the last half, I will let Dang to present himself. Of course, Dang, even though he didn't say it, but I can feel he was a little bit, nervous for sure. Like, of course, anyone would feel nervous if you have to present in front of a crowd, right? It makes sense. So so I just I try my best to like give him some cues and like make it as simple and as concise as much as possible. Yeah. So so Deng and I will present together, right? We know that. And we at that point we still haven't had any form of like concrete design yet. So we kind of screwed. So around 1 hour, yes, 1 hour before competitions, we met up again on Google Meet. And this time it's not me who have the eureka moment. It's Deng. Deng had a eureka moment. So what Deng told me was like, his idea was like, okay, we will go back to our original, to our root. Big text, amazing animations, subtle interactions, and a little bit of fun at the end. That's the strategy. And I asked him, okay, how? how are we supposed to do that? Because you guys have to understand, we didn't plan anything. We haven't had any of it, like the tiniest amount of idea, like in our brain. So yeah, we went into the competition completely blank, zero, nada. So if you watch the stream again, you can see that I was following Deng step by step, because at that point I had no idea what he was trying to do. I had no idea. So, but Deng had a eureka moment. So I'm like, okay, I trust you. Go for it. Just go. And yeah. So of course, competition start.
Ways it can go. I think what's really interesting for me is, are they going to apply it? Like, I want something to jump off the page and make me feel like I'm take that and go hard in the paint and make
Oh my. You guys looking at what Deng's
is
doing?
happening on Deng's
Wait,
screen
what
right
did-
now.
Come on. The pandering continues. I think. Over to Joseph. I mean, look, he's just doing what he does.
Different font sizes, like he's going all out.
Yeah. Probably. I guess after this, try to wrap it up.
Come on, what's up?
Alan can't say his Webflow project.
You can save it?
Yeah, he can't save it.
Oh no!
Oh,
Can we get
And okay, for some reason maybe some for some technical reason I could not hear Melissa talking, so I only hear like Joseph Berry talking. So every time Melissa was talking, I just like nod my head like this. Yes, I can definitely hear what you are saying for sure. Oh my god. But yeah, so during competitions, right, you can see that I was like basically shadowing Dang just so that I can get something on the site, right? And of course, we have some script ready for my own library. We did not even care what Joseph Berry was doing, because we know that he's gonna kill us. He's gonna kill us for sure. So we definitely gonna lose it. So we have to try something extra. So of course, like the first step went by, nothing changed much. Like yeah, we had some great design. It looks pretty cool, I think, like the great aesthetics and stuff. And then in the last half, and then we start talking more about the effects and also the presentations, because then will present with me. So we start talking about, and then we quickly realized, is this so the theme? Okay, sorry. So the theme for this match is basically web-free video game, or you can just simplify it into just video game. It doesn't have to be web-free. And the sections that we need to focus on is the footer. And the footer is the most difficult part to work with, because usually the hero section, basically the top part of the website, is the one that you should focus on. The footer is basically just a bunch of information dumped down there. So basically just a bunch of links, logo, and that's it. So most of the time you wouldn't even care about the footer, right? So, but when Josh told us like, okay, the theme is about video game, and the section you need to focus on is a footer. So we were like, okay, that's cool. How the hell do we even make a footer that looks awesome? How? Okay, but then it looks like Dan came up with some great idea. Like he designed this giant text, join the adventure today, and then he has like the 3D thing go across the line and put them in. It looks super awesome. And then we have like the running text down below. Beautiful. And yeah, everything looks nice and done. And then at the last half of the competitions, we basically, okay, now we need to talk more about the presentations. Okay, what should I talk? What should I open up with? And what should then talk about? So we brainstormed a few ideas, right? As we were brainstorming, my Webflow, if you look at my screen, my Webflow was giving out a tons of error. It's a bunch of red boxes start appearing on my screen. And I was like, oh no, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, Webflow. No. Even now, I still don't know why Webflow decided to do that. It just happened. To be fair, it has happened before. We're just gonna ignore and just refresh the page. But I told them like, okay, I don't want to refresh the page because it could lose us the entire progress, right? So we're like, oh my god, I don't want to do this, bro. I'm not sure I should refresh or not. I was panicking, right? So even at the last moment, at the last minute, we were like, okay, we screwed. So we're not gonna try to fit any more details in. We're just gonna try to fit in like the funny part in, because Dang came up with a funny part. The funny part, top secret. I will tell you about that later in the video. But then, so we like, oh, okay, so that's it, done. Okay. And even when the timer stopped, meaning okay, no time left, the Webflow was still giving me out errors. I could not publish the site. I couldn't save it. I couldn't do anything to it. I could even put in like the funny part in, which is the highlight of our project. So, but luckily the judges was being nice. They're like, okay, Alan, just focus on getting your site done, and Joseph Berry and Melissa will do the talking. And of course, Joseph Berry, they cooked like an amazing website. That's just unbelievable. Like look at the website. Look at the website now. Look at that. Look at the interaction. Look at the scrolling. When you hover on the text, it scrambles. When you hover on the links, it slides up with the white part. I'm like, what the hell? How did you even build all of this in 30 minutes? 30 minutes! So, we know that we screwed, but I didn't really pay much attention because I was busy, getting my project finished and published, right? So I managed to got the funny part in and I published, and then like, all hands, like Jesus, take the wheel, I'm done. yeah, so the presentation start. So, welcome my fellow Sharks. Welcome back to Shark Tank. We have a new game that we want to present to you. All we want is $100 million for 100% of your vote. So, the game that we're about to show you is called Toxic Waste. What's it about? So, it's a game about of civilizations gone through a nuclear bombing. Wow, that's just so cool. But then we have to talk more about the gameplay. So I'm gonna leave you to the game designers, Dang, to talk to you more about it. Dang, kick it.
Okay, hello everyone, I'm Dang. I'm gonna be talking about the world building in toxic waste. So this is the year 2555. Everyone was happy and everything was peaceful. So you can see this is the image of the city. Everything is so peaceful there. But then something happened. Do you know Elon Musk? So his son XA12 decided to transfer his brain into an AI. And then he started to release all the toxic chemical into the environment, making Earth inhabitable. But don't worry. A group of 8 warrior and friend begin their journey to Hogwarts, where they're on the mission to find the magic wand that can undo all the damage that has been done to Earth. So join the adventure today and help save Earth. And that's
Let's
our
go.
game, Toxic Waste.
Let's go.
Well done.
Oh, that was so good. How do you?
That's brilliant.
And once again, I have to come up with something on the spot. So I immediately went back to, well, the theme is video games, right? So the theme is about video games. And this is actually one of the original idea that Dang and I had, but we didn't really care about it that much, so we skipped it. But then for some reason I remember about it. So the idea was like we're gonna treat the judges as sharks, as in shark tanks, like the millionaires that may invest in your products, like $2 million, $300 million, something like that. Yeah, so if you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm like, okay, let's just roll with that. So I imagine the website we built is basically a landing page for a new video game that is about to release. So I would like, welcome fellow sharks, welcome back to Shark Tanks. Just to emphasize that, okay, we are on Shark Tanks right now. We are acting out a bit. And in order to transition to Dang, I basically told him, tell everyone like, oh, Dang, our famous game designers will talk more about the game itself, about the story. So Dang, here you go. And then I let Dang to take the wheel. And of course, I just being like the presentation guy, I just hovering the mouse as if like you back in your class and doing the PowerPoint presentation, and as your friend doing speaking on doing speaking in front of the class. So basically like just that. And of course, he nailed it. He killed it. I think he does have a talent for that. He just needs to be a bit more confident and work on his speech just so that it's a bit more exciting and stuff. But that's his style. I have no problem with that. And he killed it. The judges loved it. I can see Joseph was laughing his ass off. That was amazing. Like that critical hit for sure. So yeah, and of course the voting started, and we won the community vote. And I can see all the comments. Thank you for being there. I can see that, yeah, you guys, like I remember there was one comment saying that, oh, Robusta like wins in our heart. Like, yeah, I think everyone quickly realized, okay, Joseph team will win for sure. Like, there's no freaking way that Robusta will win, but at least Robusta tried their best and they make a bit out of it. So yeah, and of course, Double Trouble won. And yeah, we know, man. we all, oh, who could have guessed? Who could have guessed who won? Oh, but yeah. So I guess that's really the story, really. But after the match, I start to realize that, okay, I think it's time to focus more on my skill, because like if Joseph and Melissa can do all of this in 30 minutes, I can do that as well. So I now have contacts with them, so I can definitely ask them like, how did you guys do it? Maybe I can rewatch the stream again. It was so valuable to see them work. And of course, I need to hone up my skills as well, learn more about the animation, the custom animation that they use as well. So yeah, it's really a learning experience. And I think the judges say very nicely, like we are fighting our idols. It's just surreal. Like I couldn't even imagine a day like this. Like I watch Joseph videos, website like so many times now. I even took some inspiration from his work so like sometime as well. And yeah, it's just so surreal. Yeah, it's a great experience for sure. So I guess that's it. It's a short video. There's nothing much to talk about aside from just say thank you Josh for the for competitions. Thank you the Frame Agency, the Digital Third for making it like a reality. Thank you Webflow for being just an awesome company and awesome tool. Thank you like every teams that we have faced so far being just a good sport about it. Yeah, and of course we're gonna do more in the future, of course. So yeah, that's it. That's it today. It's a short video, but I hope it's a good one. So goodbye.